All right, everyone, I thought this was the perfect moment to do a twin flame / soulmate journey. Why? Because, well, after the Mars reading the other day, I tell you, I'm glad we learned where the bravery went. It seems to be on the DF side. I got one deck for the DF, one deck for the DM. The DF side, randomly at the bottom here, has a 6 of Swords. That's movement, right? Over here, I got a Hanged Man. I got someone who's not moving. It's kind of symbolic in a way. Actually, not kinda, it is. And that's sort of what's going on. It requires, that bravery comes from emotion. It comes from soul. And I've got an ego side over here that's just on the fence. Well, should I or shouldn't I? You know, that kind of thing. There's nothing brave about sitting on the fence. You know, not in situations like this. Let's shuffle the deck for the DF. And let's just see where we're at right now. Tomorrow, I'm planning. I say planning because sometimes my schedule gets screwed up. But I'm planning tomorrow to do a mid-month for October, just to get the feel for the rest of the month and see where we're at. This is especially important because of the lead into November, and November's got the 11/11 portal, which start your manifesting now. I'll tell you in advance. Put it out there. Start putting it out there right now. Very powerful energy for that. All right. That said, it's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless, as with all the twin flame journeys. Right? You're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. Right now, we got the DF. You already had some movement. Interesting. This is very interesting. I've got the 5 of Pentacles at the bottom for the DF. Well, the universe is going to make it a tricky one today, isn't it? That's the environmental energy around you. You might, while this person is sitting on the Hangman here, sort of on the fence, you might feel, I almost get a nostalgia off of this. It's that missing out energy. You might feel a bit of a loss in the energy. I wouldn't let that bother you. Fueling this is temperance, okay? It's fine. Just allow that energy to flow, all right? So we've got that. What's the base energy that 5 of Pentacles is crossing? Yeah, the Hermit. See, you got a lot of soul here. You got the 5 of Pentacles crossing the Hermit here. It's again, the DF side is going to feel what's happening on the DM side. We got very similar energy here. Some of you might already be noting it. Very similar energy here we got in the Mars reading in regard to the incoming energy. This is telling me you're going to pick up on that. Don't let it rattle you. Don't feel, you might wake up in the morning and feel like, oh, something's missing or something's lost, or you might get that mild despair kind of thing. Don't. Okay, it's fine. We'll clarify here. Let's clarify with the little animal deck right here before we get over to this side, and let's see. Let's see if I'm right. Let's see if I'm wrong. I always like to check my energy read, see if the universe will go a little deeper for us. Why is the Hermit here? 5 of Pentacles and Temperance will come with it. Why is the Hermit here? And again, to take advantage of this energy requires a lot of soul. I get a strong soul energy here. Your soul is lit. All right, which means you're picking up on a lot of things. It's not just about following your path and all that kind of stuff and finding out who you really are. When your soul is lit, you pick up on a lot of stuff. All right, and you're going to be picking up on this side, on what's going on with them. So pay attention to what I said in the Mars reading about the incoming energy. You're picking up on all that. Why is the Hermit here on the DF side? Tell me about the Hermit. Okay, that's it. We're done. Now the bottom card, red with the 5 of Pentacles and Temperance, crossing the center card I'm going to pull here, the base energy of the clarifiers, is the Ace of Pentacles. It's sort of it's basically backing up what I'm telling you. You might pick up on a loss that you haven't lost or missed out on anything, okay? And you'll soon see the truth about that, and that's sort of why Temperance is there, all right? So just let it flow. You know why you might be feeling that, and some of you might not. But enough of you will that it came out in the reading. All right? So, all right, let's see. What's on top? The 6 of Swords. The very card that was at the bottom of your deck, randomly, symbolically, that I showed you before I shuffled for this. There it is. Yeah, just keep moving. Again, and that movement comes from the soul. It comes from emotion, right? There's going to be, kicking up in the energy right now, there's going to be a lot of nostalgia. Especially here, I'm pulling this on Monday, the 16th. Definitely between now and the 20th, there's going to be a lot of nostalgia. You're going to feel things from the past. You're going to pick up on this energy, which is on the fence, which can be a little bit depressing. to feel that somebody here has all these feelings and they're just sitting there on the fence. I always find it offensive when people can't make up their mind about me. If you can't make up your mind about me, I'm out. You know, I'm not going to sit. I got too much self-respect to sit around, right? And that's kind of what the Ace of Pentacles is saying. It's saying everything's going to be fine. You're just picking up on stuff. Moving forward here. Smoother waters ahead, provided you flow with the energy. Allow that nostalgia to come in. It'll teach you something. Center card, crossed by the Ace of Pentacles, which is red in turn, red with the Five of Pentacles and Temperance, Three of Wands. What did I say? What did I just get done saying? I ain't looking. I don't know what's here. There it is. New horizons. Relax. Don't worry about this. You will pick up on the energy of this side because your soul energy is very high. You're like a radio receiver. You get all the channels. They're all there. Some of the channels you ignore and some of the channels you like. This is, again, there's other channels. Just change the channel. You've got new stuff coming in. You got new horizons here. Something's about to pop. Some kind of truth will come in that will show you that maybe, you know, that loss you're feeling, you know, you didn't miss out on anything or whatever. And if somebody can't make up their mind about you, well, that tells you something about them. It tells you, you know, they're not ready at the very least. What's red with Six of Swords? Two of Cups. Yeah. You're moving toward a new soulmate. Some kind of, and I've been picking up on this. And that's why in recent readings, you know, all signs readings and shit, I've been saying this can be a runner or this can be a new energy. A good number of you. Probably greater than 80%, I would say, the way I feel, with how strong the energy is, have someone around you that you either know or you don't know yet, or you don't know, or you know who they are, but you don't know how they feel. Whatever it is, you've got a very strong soulmate around you. You're moving straight for them as long as you flow with this energy. I think the nostalgia aspect of it will help you a great deal, okay? Now, let's pull on what you're picking up on, all right? Which symbolically is that. All right, let's shuffle for the DM. And again, just pay attention to what I said in some of my more recent readings, especially the Mars reading. I'll tell you, spent that whole reading trying to find the bravery. Where is it? All right, let's go. Give me the DM side, universe. Give me the soulmate cycle right now with the opposing energy. Let's go. Okay. That's it. Their environmental energy is the Wheel of Fortune. I get a ton of fear attached to this, and I don't know why. What's fueling it? The High Priestess. Yeah. This is someone here, again, all this stuff that they, secrets, cards they hold close to the vest. The wheel changes everything. It's coming to an end. Somebody here, it's time for somebody to make a decision. The Two of Wands. It's time to set the intention. Are you going to stay in this apartment, or are you going to go down with your stuff in the moving truck and get going and leave this other wand behind? It's time. They can't keep things down anymore. And again, that adds to the energy that you're picking up on over here, because they are sort of just sitting there. It is kind of a non-moving, stationary energy. What's the base energy? Four of Wands. Yeah. Somebody, the structure of the DM side, the structure of their life is changing. And it's generating a lot of deer in the headlights type energy. That's why that Hangman is there. That's why that Two of Wands is there. The High Priest, everything is coming out. So we may have on this side a lot of life-changing shit. If they're married or in a relationship, shit's coming out. Shit that people haven't said. Stuff that's been held back, right? Those arguments that comedians make fun of all the time on stage, right? You say one thing and then something you did 5 years ago comes back and it all comes out. It's like you've been holding on to that all that time. It's like that. A lot of the holding on and stuff that's coming out is coming from this energy. All right, so the structure of their life is changing. Let's grab the little Light Seer deck and clarify. Give me the Four of Wands. And you may pick up on that too. That also, in another layer of energy, helps to explain the feeling of loss in the environment around you. You're picking up on what they're losing, on the changes that are happening over there. There's a lot of soul here. I got the Hermit in the base energy for the DF, which makes up most of my viewers. That's why I pointed out again. Your soul is cranked up like a 1500 watt power amp on the damn thing. It's cranked. All right, you're picking up on all kinds of things. All right, everything that's going on over here, you're picking up on, and you'll pick up on it if this is a new soulmate, which for a lot of you it is, which you're running headlong into. You'll figure out who it is under this energy. It's generally speaking, with the nostalgia, it's someone who might remind you of somebody, possibly. or, you know, something they wear, the way they smell, whatever it is. You'll know when you cross paths with this person. You'll know. Four of Wands. Why is it here on the DM side? Let's go. And that Wheel of Fortune and all the cards under it will come with it. Okay, that's it. Their bottom card. I love tarot, I do. Their bottom card crossing the center card here, red with the Wheel of Fortune, everything I said, just and with the High Priestess, everything coming out is the moon, right? Somebody can't, this is my Queen of Cups underwater, the redhead, and somebody can't hold their breath anymore on some things. Their feelings are coming to the surface. Everything is coming to the surface. Everything that's been hidden. There's fear here. There's the fear that I felt. This is red with the Wheel of Fortune. There's the fear that I felt when I pulled it. And why would I say that? Why would I take a chance and say I feel fear off a Wheel of Fortune? You know, I take a chance because that's the fucking energy. It's not a chance. I just read the energy. That's all. There it is. It's right there. What's on top? Nine of Wands. Yeah. It's a tired energy off of that card. Somebody here lives behind a wall of pretense, right? We always talk about that with the King of Wands, the Burger King, and the Queen of Wands. Fake relationships, fake life if they're single, whatever it is. They make the outside feel one thing, see one thing, and what's really going on inside is completely different. It's that kind of energy. Nines of the end and tarot, the wall is coming down. Somebody, very tired energy off of this. It's hard to maintain the wall. It's hard to maintain pretense. It's tough. You got to keep shoring up the wall all the time. It's really tough. Center card, crossed by the moon, red with the Wheel of Fortune and all that, the King of Pentacles. Yeah. There's a lot of secrets in their life. There's a lot of secrets in their life. The stability and structure of their life is changing. This card represents stability and structure. Right, the King of Pentacles, pretty well-to-do, got a wall safe with a stack of pentacles in it. That's changing. It's something about, it's what I said about the Four of Wands, something about the structure of their life is changing. There's no doubt. And it's all because somebody here can't hold their breath anymore on the love and the emotions. The emotions are coming to the surface, and that's what the High Priestess also told us here with the crossing the Wheel of Fortune. What's red with the Nine of Wands? There she is. I just mentioned her. I mentioned the King and Queen of Wands. There it is. That backs up my energy read. I pulled this card to make sure I was right about the Nine of Wands. What did I say? I said it's a tired energy. Somebody can't hide behind that wall of pretense anymore. This is the very energy that puts up that wall of pretense. Phony. Nonsense. And that just backs up everything I said. I've already said it. It just, the phoniness. They're tired of it. They can't. They can't because she can't hold her breath anymore. Look. That Queen of Cups right there, blowing out, it's coming to the surface. And all of it scares the bejesus out of them. Scares the living shit out of them. And it's all just fear, 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 which the net result is a deer in the headlights. Sort of that symbolic hangman energy. All right? All right. Let's talk to the witches. Let's pull a center row. I don't know if it wants to talk about this side or this side. Let's just get a final message here from the universe. What else you want to tell everybody here? I'm going to pull 3 cards with a crossing card on the center card. So we'll see. We'll see what else it wants to say. This is pretty much where we should be right now. This jibes with the Mars reading. I always like to, you know, because here all my readings tie together. We just flying through the soulmate cycle and reading as we go, right? Like sightseeing on a road trip. And I like to check myself along the way. I want to make sure I'm telling you guys the right shit. I am. Absolutely. This is exactly what's happening. But I would be very excited about where you're going with that Six of Swords there, because that came up twice. I would be very excited. That nostalgia energy will serve you in many ways. Allow it to flow. Allow yourself to feel. You'll be doing the exact opposite of this side, which is not allowing themselves to feel. And look what happens. Look what happens. It all blows up, right? It all goes to shit. There is a decision time coming for that side. There's no doubt. They can't keep up the wall of pretense anymore. They can't. And the structure of their life is changing. The clarifier cards should back up. I tell you everything you need to know with these cards, the main cards. The clarifier cards should back it up and make sure that everything is fine. And in the process, go a little deeper. I can tell you most of these runners, in order to go for the love, right? In order to go for what this connection is or whatever, are going to have to give up a lot. And you'll also be picking up on that fear, the fear of that loss. Okay? So you're going to pick up on a lot of it. Keep that in mind. You know it, so you shouldn't be surprised. You can just tell yourself, oh, this is what Steve was talking about. Okay, fine. Right? And then just let it flow. It's all good. All right, universe, let's go. Let's talk to the witches. What else you want to tell everybody? I still don't know which. Usually by now I know which side it wants to talk about. I don't know. I have no idea. Let's just find out, because we done shuffling. The Two of Pentacles is the environmental energy crossing the center card. Huh. 8 Swords, fear. Okay, this side. 5 Swords, self-sabotage. By not making a decision under this energy, what's happening over here is a shitload of frustration is building. Heat energy. You can see it in the Witch's Tarot. It's frustrating, right? They sit on that fence, right? That symbolic hangman sitting on the fence, deer in the headlights, not making a decision. Not making a decision is self-sabotage in this energy, and I think that came up in a recent reading. I was talking about that. That's why I tell this side, you guys, the majority of you guys, leave that soul energy lit. Act from a point of emotion, okay? Use the logic of your brain to check yourself, but really you can, with this Hermit energy here, you can almost be on autopilot and new things will come your way. This is a beautiful pull over here. Not surprising on the 5 of Pentacles based on what's going on over here and the soul energy being so loud. But yeah, this person here, it's self-sabotage by not making a decision, by sitting there. Because, probably in part, because you're still moving forward. Think about it. If this person here wants to catch up to this person here, standing still while this person is moving is not the way to do it, is it? No, I don't think so. What's red with 8 Swords, which I just get fear off of? 3 of Cups. Yeah, they love the rain, don't they? Emotions are flowing. 3 of Cups, 3, very powerful number in the universe. Wrote a blog article about it. 2-part, I believe. Could have written 10 parts. It's a very powerful number. That said, this energy is about the flow of emotion, and that's what's scaring them. And it's making them feel trapped. And that's why they're not making a decision. That's why they're just sitting there spinning their wheels over here. Meanwhile, they can't keep up the wall of pretense because they get more and more and more depressed under that energy and feel the pressure of it's time to make a decision. All the while, it's all undermining the structure of their life. It's falling apart. Things might come out. They might blurt out some things. They might have some arguments, things like that. And sometimes, under this kind of energy, those are the types of arguments where you say things you can't take back. And that's just the way it is. That is your reading. That's where we're at. It jives nicely with the Mars reading. Make sure you watch that. Tomorrow I'm going to try. It's about an 80% chance I'll get it. Okay? I'm going to do a mid-month. And we'll see where we're at between now. And I'll pull that, kind of bleed into November a little bit with that energy. I'll try to kind of do that. All right? That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. Let me, before we go, let me grab your deck over here. For those of you that didn't shut off, I know about 80% of the people shut off as soon as I say that's your reading. I know. It's funny. So now for a smaller audience, those of you that remain, right, I'm going to pull on that 2 of Cups. That's your heading straight forward, which is nice. And it's not related to this particular older energy here for most of you. Why is the 2 of Cups? Tell me more about the 2 of Cups real quick before we go. For the people who have learned the lesson of temperance, which would be proof, by the way, if you're still here, it's proof that your soul is lit, that this reading is for you. The ones that shut off, not so much, because the Hermit wouldn't. I often reflect as Hermit and King of Swords. If I was watching this reading, I stay until the damn video stops. Because you never know. The reader might say something, or you might hear something in the background. What's that? Little background noise. That could mean something. Who knows? You stay until the damn video stops. That's the way. That's a real sign that your soul is lit and that the reading's for you. Why is the 2 of Cups here? For 20% of my viewers who are still here. Tell me more about the 2 of Cups. We're just going to do a standard clarifier here. It is new love. I'm right. It's crossed by the Ace of Cups. See? I'm right. I like to check myself. Okay? I want to make sure. So there you go. Ace of Cups. Got nothing to do with this. There's an energy around probably all of you that remain here that is making its way. You're making your way to it. It's not necessarily making its way to you. You're going to run headlong into it, slowly but surely, but you will. And it opens up a whole new horizon for you. The universe is like, don't be sad if you're picking up on this. Don't be, it's all good. What's on top? New love. New love, new love. Wow, I don't need that much verification, universe. I'm all right. Okay, no need. Yeah, it's nice though. You know what's interesting about this? Yeah, it's new love. Yeah, it's just double verification. But also, when I pull this card and I'm only drawn to the pastel-y thing here, it's sweet energy. It's nice. This is a reward of some kind. This is a breath of fresh air. I can see why the Three of Wands crossed by the Ace of Pentacles is there. I can see. It's someone you've waited for a long time. And you don't really have to do anything except take the advice, which, do what you want, but take what the energy is telling you, right? And if you're here, you're already that hermit. There's no doubt about it. People are so impatient these days. You know who's not impatient? The hermit, And also the great blue heron there on the temperance card, all right? Why is the people so damn impatient? Instant gratification generation. Knock it the fuck off, All right. Page of Cups, why is it here? King of Swords, yeah. Look at that. I said I often reflect as Hermit and King of Swords. Man, it looks like you do too, but that's not really why this is here. This is here because he's holding the rainbow sword here. We have to look at the symbolism, right? The way the energy is reflecting, all I see is the sword. This is someone here, I get it now, because the Temperance card is a bit of truth through healing. Or healing through truth. I always say that backwards. I don't know why. A bit of healing through truth. All right. I think when you run headlong into this soulmate, it's very powerful. It's a very powerful soulmate. So your ship comes in here. I think it shows you something. It restores your faith in there's good people still out there, sort of energy, okay? Also, it's not only a sweet energy, it's an energy that goes for what it wants. In other words, if this were a person you run into and they liked you, you'd know it. You always know how the King of Swords feels about you. I always say that about myself. I say the people around me in my life don't ever have to guess how I feel about them. If I don't like them, they know it. If I love them, they know it. Right? Well, this energy makes it very clear how it feels. It's a breath of fresh air, I bet, because of this. Because of dealing with this shit. All right? That's your reading. All right. There you go. Now you can shut off and still be the hermit. You're fine. All right. Good luck.